My husband left me a letter on the counter that said, "This isn't working." No conversation. Just a bag and silence. A week later, he called begging to talk. I said, "Sure, meet me at our spot." He got there. I didn't. But the waiter gave him the bill. It happened on a Thursday. Just a normal Thursday. I got home from work, tired like always. I remember it was raining a little, and my shoes were wet. I stepped into the kitchen and saw a folded piece of paper on the counter, right next to the coffee maker, like he always left reminders or grocery lists. I almost didn't open it. I thought maybe he just ran to the store or something. But it wasn't a list. It was 8 words. "This isn't working. I need to go. Sorry." No name. No explanation. No goodbye. He was just gone. My stomach dropped. It felt like the floor was missing under me. I looked around like maybe he was hiding, or maybe this was a joke. But the closet door was open. His coat was gone. So were his shoes. His toothbrush. His laptop. I opened the drawers and saw how empty they were. I didn't cry right away. I just stood there, shaking, holding the paper like it could still change if I read it again. This man, Ray, my husband of 10 years, my boyfriend before that, the man who held my hand when my mom died, who helped me paint our living room yellow even though he hated it, he didn't even have the guts to say a single word to my face. He left me like trash. Quiet and fast. And the worst part? I didn't see it coming. Sure, we had fights. Who doesn't? But nothing huge. Nothing that said, "I'm gonna leave you with a note and vanish." We had dinner together 2 nights before. He kissed me goodbye the morning before that. He even texted me to grab coffee creamer on my way home. I did. It was still in the bag on the table when I found the note. I didn't know what to do. I called him. Straight to voicemail. I texted. No read receipt. I drove around town thinking maybe I'd see his car somewhere. I didn't. That night I sat on the couch with a glass of wine, staring at the front door. Waiting. I didn't sleep. Friday came. Then Saturday. A whole weekend passed. I didn't hear from him. I called his sister. She said she hadn't heard from him either and sounded just as surprised. I didn't tell her what happened. I didn't want pity. I just wanted answers. But nothing came. A week passed. And then he called. Out of the blue, like nothing happened. I let it ring twice before I answered. My hands were shaking. "Hey," he said. Just that. "Hey." I didn't say anything. I've been thinking, he said. I made a mistake. I want to talk. Please. Silence. I need to explain, he added. Can we meet? I waited a beat. Then I said, calm as I could, sure. Meet me at our spot. He knew what I meant. There's a little Italian restaurant in town. We used to go there every anniversary. Quiet, dim lights, red leather booths. It's where he asked me to marry him, actually. It was our place. He said he'd be there at 7. I never planned on showing up. But I did call the restaurant. Made a reservation in his name. I even pre-ordered the most expensive bottle of wine they had. Appetizer. Steak. Dessert. I asked the waiter to bring the bill right at the end and to say, this is from your wife. 7 p.m. came. I stayed home. Watched a movie. Ate popcorn. At 8:12, I got a text. Where are you? I didn't answer. At 8:37, another one. You planned this. At 9:01, a third. The waiter said you set this up. You serious? Then a final one at 9:15. Wow. Okay. You win. I didn't reply. He left me without a word. So I made sure he never forgot mine. The silence after that night was louder than anything else. He didn't call again. Not for a week. Not even to ask if I was okay. I guess part of him thought he'd done enough just by showing up. Thought I'd be sitting there waiting to hear his excuses. Thought I'd be grateful for a second chance. He didn't know me as well as he thought. But here's where things started getting strange. One morning, about 10 days after the restaurant stunt, I went to the garage and found my car had been keyed. Deep, angry lines down the driver's side. 3 of them. Like someone had taken their time. I just stared at it. I didn't even get mad right away. I just stood there thinking, who would do this? There were only 2 people who might want to hurt me like that. One was Ray. The other was someone I didn't even know yet. Later that day, I got a message on Facebook from a woman named Vanessa. I didn't recognize her name, but her profile was public. She was tall, blonde, big smile, lots of selfies. One of her photos had Ray in it. They were sitting close. Real close. And he was smiling. Like he hadn't smiled around me in years. Her message was short. Hey, just found out about you. You should know he told me you 2 were separated. He lied. I'm sorry. I felt like I'd swallowed a rock. I messaged her back. Fast. I said we were never separated. He left me a week before you posted that photo. I never even got a conversation. She replied within minutes. That bastard. He said you were crazy. Said you cheated. Said he was the one who got hurt. That hit hard. I'd spent the last few weeks wondering what I did wrong. Trying to find the mistake I missed. But now I knew he hadn't just left. He rewrote the whole story. He turned me into the villain so he could play the victim. That explained the silence. That explained the fast exit. He'd already moved on. He just didn't want to be the bad guy. I asked her when they started seeing each other. She said, we met at work. He told me he was single. I didn't even know he was married until I saw the restaurant tag from the waiter and looked him up. So she'd found out from my revenge dinner. That was almost poetic. I wanted to scream. But I didn't. I thanked her for telling me and wished her well. Then I started planning again. 3 days after talking to Vanessa, I got served. An actual envelope. Certified. My name printed clean across the front. Ray was filing for divorce. It shouldn't have shocked me. He was already gone, already playing boyfriend to someone new. But the papers made it real. Cold. Like all those years meant nothing. Like I was just some chapter he was eager to shut. But the part that really twisted the knife? He wanted the house. Not half. All of it. Said he paid more of the mortgage. Claimed I didn't work enough. Said the house was not emotionally healthy for me and he should be the one to keep it. I laughed. Actually laughed. Out loud. That house was in my name too. We bought it together. I worked 2 jobs the first year to help with the down payment. I painted every wall. Laid every damn tile in the guest bathroom with my own hands while he sat on the couch supervising. He wasn't taking it from me. But he was trying. Hard. I called my lawyer. Explained everything. She said it sounded like he was trying to pressure me into settling fast, hoping I was still too emotional to fight back. He didn't realize I was past heartbreak. I was all strategy now. But the house wasn't the only thing he wanted. Turns out, Ray had made some mistakes at work. Big ones. Ones involving money. Vanessa told me in another message. She said he used a company credit card for some emergency expenses right before he left me. Trips. Hotels. Dinners. A few things with her name on them too. She didn't know until after the fact. Said she confronted him and he got defensive. I think he might be getting fired, she wrote. You didn't hear it from me. So that was it. Ray was panicking. He was trying to grab onto whatever he could before it all slipped out from under him. He left me because his whole world was burning down, and I was just the first thing he dropped. And now he was trying to climb back out using the house I helped build. No. I started digging. Emails. Texts. Bank records. I found screenshots. Proof he was cheating before he even left. Receipts showing expensive dinners charged to our shared account. Flight tickets. A stay at a resort in Arizona that overlapped with the week he told me he was visiting a sick friend. I printed it all. I wasn't just going to keep my house. I was going to show everyone exactly who Ray really was. When the court date finally came, I was ready. Ray walked in wearing a cheap suit and that same smug look he always had when he thought he was 2 steps ahead. He didn't look at me. Didn't even nod. His lawyer spoke first, laying out his side like I was some bitter wife holding onto a house out of spite. Ray acted calm, polite, like he was doing me a favor by offering any settlement at all. Then it was my turn. My lawyer opened the folder. Emails, screenshots, bank statements, photos, everything. The judge asked me to explain. I stood up, my voice shaking at first, but then stronger with every word. He didn't just leave me, I said. He lied. He took money from our account and spent it on someone else while he told me we were fine. Then he vanished. Now he wants the house I bled for. Ray's lawyer tried to interrupt. The judge shut him down. Then I dropped the final piece, the email from Vanessa. She'd agreed to write a statement after everything. Said Ray told her he was divorced before he ever left me. Said he used company funds for trips they took together. Said he called me unstable, told her I cheated, tried to turn her against me when she asked too many questions. It was all in writing. The judge went quiet. Looked at Ray like he was something on the bottom of his shoe. Verdict? I kept the house. Ray got hit with a court order to pay back half the joint expenses he used on Vanessa. Plus he had to pay his own legal fees. But it didn't end there. 2 weeks later, I got a call from Vanessa again. She said Ray had been fired. The company found out about the spending. HR launched an internal audit. His name was all over it. She also found out he lied about a few other things like being separated from more than just me. Turns out I wasn't the first wife he'd ghosted. She left him. He was living in a motel outside town. Alone. Then, a month after that, he emailed me. Just one line. I'm sorry. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. He made his choice the day he left a note instead of speaking like a man. I made mine when I handed him the check and walked away. He thought he could walk out of my life without a sound. So I made sure the silence would haunt him. Forever.